Start na po natin.
No.
Start na ba?
Ay, ulitin na yan?
Start.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another activity for this afternoon, the pre-bid conference for 5 infra projects fiscal year 2024. But before we start the pre-bid conference, we request Sir Frank to lead the short prayer.
Pray. Father God, I thank once again, O Lord, for the us, grace. Thank you for each one. And thank you, Lord, again for this time of advice. May you bless us, O Lord. give us wisdom, and may you develop us as we are going to tackle this topic. May you bless us with us, Lord. Since I think that's my
and to proceed with the previous conference, maybe you can come early to the Fernando.
Good afternoon. Welcome attendance for today's training conference, February 22, 2024. Present here with us are BAC Vice Chairman, Engineer Bencho F. Jr., BAC members, Engineer Clyde M. Estrella, Engineer Maria Lucia M. Lunes, Engineer Ramil A. Valesnomo, Head BAC Secretariat, Engineer Joshua S. Abad Jr., Back to the PG, Engineer Adelaide Johnson, Engineer Mark Joseph Kalika, Engineer Randolph Julian Melba, Back Secretariat, Engineer Loribet Ann Cipriano Garcia, Margie A. Abreu, yours truly, Reverend Joy Marquez, Freddy Dominic Bersamira, Ranuel Gregorio, from Planning and Design Section, Engineer Karina Victoria Javier, Engineer Recito Bunao, and Engineer Mary Blaze Garland. We have no representative from the contractors and COA and the NGOs. And Chairman, we have a vote.
So, since we have a forum, let's now proceed with the grading conference of the five contracts scheduled for this afternoon. And good afternoon, everyone. And the scheduled projects for the pre-bid conference for this afternoon are the following. The 24 AE 0079, 24 AE 0082, 24 AE 0088, 24 AE 0089, and the field project is the 24 AE 0090. This previous government shall be held at least 12 calendar days before the deadline for the submission and receipt of bid, but not earlier than 7 calendar days from the previous posting of the application bid. This previous conference shall discuss, clarify, and explain the different aspects of the project of the procuring entity with the prospective bidders, the eligibility requirements, technical and financial components, including the question and clarification raised by the prospective bidders reported and during the previous conference. The agenda for this the first agenda for this previous conference is the brief presentation, explanation about the project to be busy. To be discussed by the planning engineers, Engineer Gala and Engineer Fernando. You will start the first agenda.
Yes.
Our first project is Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of Gymnasium MLUC Multipurpose Building Phase 3, Barangay Catbangen, CY 2023, equipment cost based on the 26th edition of ASEL rates, computation of estimated project duration based on DEO 159, canvas price of materials, polling cost analysis of materials, updated labor cost as of December 2023, GAA 2024, and the location map. These are the minimum equipment requirements. 2023. This is the location of the project. This is located on the phase 1 of the grandstand in Limsuko. By the way, this project is subject to bid bulletin. The scope of works are as follows. First is the construction of 5 lanes athletic track with a 1.22 meters width, construction of cross drainage 300 diameter RCPC, installation of grass, and we also include solar lights. This is the elevation. This section, this is the inside drainage to be located here inside the perimeter of the oval. And this is the concrete retainer to be constructed outside the perimeter of the oval. The elevations are as follows. The bottom layer will consist of the 150 thick aggregate base court, which is labeled as layer 4. And then the third layer is the 40 thick leveling course, which is the level 3. The second layer or the top layer is the 30 thick asphalt leveling course, and the topmost layer is the 13 thick rubber. This is the specific scope of works. For part B, the project billboards, mobilization of the occupational safety and health, earthworks, surplus common excavation, the subbase, which is the aggregate subbase course, surface course, the bituminous prime coat, emulsified asphalt, bituminous concrete surfing wearing course, which is the 30 and the 40 the drainage and slope protection structure, which is the 300 RCPC, the single arm roadway lighting 8 meters pole, earthworks consisting of the structure excavation, embankment, gravel fill, and the softscape. Next is reinforced concrete, which are the following: structural concrete 3,000 pesos, RSB grade 40, and the formworks and the finishing and other civil works are the floor finishes, cement plaster finish, painting work, steel, non-structural metal framing, CHB 100 and 150 and the structural steel. This will be the output of this will be the final perspective of the athletic track. That's all for 24 AE 0079.
For the next project, 24AE0082, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, completion of multi-purpose building Gymnasium, San Juan, La Union, located at San Juan, La Union, with an appropriation of 10 million. ABC has submitted 9,900,000 with a project duration of 120 calendar days with a target of 1 billion. For the scope of work, supply installation of wood flooring, supply installation of backstop, supply installation of LED scoreboard, supply installation of bleachers chair, supply installation of sound system, and painting of bleachers. These are the reference and attachment. Construction materials price data for quarter CY 2023. Equipment costs based on the 26th edition of ASL rigs. Computation of estimated project duration. Canvas prices of materials. Hauling cost analysis of materials. Updated labor cost as of December 2023 and location. For the items of work. For part B, other general requirements, we have billboards for DPWH and COA and Occupational Safety Health Program. For finishing and other civil works, carpentry and joinery works, floor finishes and structural steel, and for electrical, public addresses. Here are the plans, perspective of the project. The geotag font. For the next project, 24AE0089, Sustainable Infrastructure Project, Alleviating Gaps, or SIPAG, construction of Seawall, Barangay Ilocanos, Norte, City of San Fernando. For the project information, the location, San Fernando City, La Union, with an appropriation of 99 million and ABC of 96,500,000, with a project duration of 553 calendar days. For the scope of work, completion of 402 linear meter seawall on sheet pile foundation with embankment for future coastal work. These are the scope of work. For Part A, facilities for engineer, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis. Other general requirements, billboard for DPWH and COA, occupational safety and health, mobilization or demobilization, for reinforced concrete, structural concrete 3000 PSI Class A 28 days, reinforcing steel, formworks and false work. For earthwork, we have clearing and grubbing, structure excavation for common soil, embankment from roadway or structure excavation, and embankment from bar. Bank and slope protection works, riprap class A, structural steel, sheet piles, furnished and driven. For the project duration, please our interpretation. With a total calendar of 353 calendar days. Here are the location of the project. And this is the typical drawing cross-section of the seawall. For the next project, 24AE0088, Sustainable Infrastructure Project Alleviating Gap, SIPAG, construction of seawall at Barangay Pagdaraoan, City of San Fernando, Laon. For the project information, located at San Fernando City, La Union, with an appropriation of 99 million and ABC of 96,500,000 with a project duration of 353 calendar days. For the scope of work, we have completion of 372 linear meter seawall on sheet pile foundation with embankment for future coastal road. For the scope of work, we have facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, reinforced concrete, earthwork, bank, and slope protection works. For the project duration, continuation of Barangay Ilocanos Norte, Ilocanos. And for the typical cross-section, and for the last project, 24AE0019, Sustainable Infrastructure Project Alleviating Gap, SIPAG, construction of seawall Barangay Ilocanos Sur, City of San Fernando, Laon. For the project information, location at San Fernando City, La Union, appropriation of 99 million, ABC of 96,500,000, with a project duration of 353 calendar days. For the scope of work, completion of 405 linear meter seawall on sheet pile foundation with embankment for future coastal road. For the scope of work, we have the facilities for engineers, other general requirements, reinforced concrete, earthwork, bank, and slope protection works. For the project duration, and for the location of the project, also continuation po. And for the typical cross-section,
There are proper coordination with the people in the Barangay. They make the problem again during the implementation.
So, nakita coordinate sa city. Kailan produce sa lahat. I think and Also, di lang mo na napaka what the when you file permit the it's
Sense.
the
For the next agenda, the review of requirements of bidding document and the review of documents to be submitted with the review. The second agenda is the review of requirements of bidding documents to be discussed by Engineer Villanueva.
Good afternoon. For the core projects, the Windows fee shall be is 25,000 except for 24AE0082, which is 10,000 pesos. For the five projects, here are the schedule of procurement activities. So the issuance of bid docs is from February 14 to March 5, 2024. Its pre-bid conference will be on February 22, 2024, and the opening of bids for the five projects will be on March 5, 2024. For 24AE0079, the required pickup license is size range small b, license category CSD, largest single projects must be less than or equal to 15 million and allowable range up to 30 million. For 24AE0082, same pickup license requirement, small b, license category CND, largest single project, less than or equal to 15 million and allowable range up to 30 million pesos. For 24AE0088, size range shall be medium A, license category B, largest single project about 15 million up to 75 million. So allowable range up to 150 million pesos. For 24AE0089, the required pickup license size range is medium A with the license category of B. Single largest project must be above 15 million up to 75 million and allowable range up to 150 million pesos. For the last project, 24A0090, the size range requirement for the pickup must be medium A with the license category of B. Largest single project above 15 million up to 75 million pesos and allowable range up to 150 million pesos. All of the projects must have one project manager, one project engineer, one DPWH materials engineer accredited, and one construction foreman. All of them must have at least 2 years of minimum working experience. Thank you.
For our third and fourth agenda, the review of documents to be submitted by the bidder, the explanation of criteria and procedure for feasibility check, detailed evaluation of bid, for qualification and award to be discussed by Reverend Barangay.
For the documents to be submitted by the leaders, each submission may be done manually or electronically. However, leaders should only select one mode of submission. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic list are contained in BTS IPT Code 21 and DO number 87, series of 2020. All electronic leads must be sent to the email address DPWH of the Union 1 and Yahoo. Each bidder shall submit one original copy of the first and second components of its bid. For the checklist of technical and financial documents, for technical proposal, Class A documents, valid field registration certificate in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For technical documents, these are the following: statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be used. and statement of the leader's single largest completed contract. Original copy of lead security in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of authorized lead security declaration. The lead validity and lead security validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of lead. For financial proposal, original of duly signed and accomplished financial reform, other documentary requirements under RA number 9184, regional of duly signed lead price and singular quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimates form including a summary sheet indicating costs provided corporate. For the criteria and procedure for detailed evaluation of leads, post-qualification and award, the financial component of the leads of each past leader shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections or computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated lead price. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated lead price which exceeds the 80. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of lead prices. For lead evaluation, completeness, arithmetical corrections, verification of legal requirements, technical requirements, and financial requirements. That's
For the agenda, the other matters to be discussed by Engineer Roland Atigo.
Afternoon. For quality assurance section requirements. First, the accreditation of the contractor's materials engineer assigned to the project should be valid during the project duration. Second, the contractor's image should prepare and submit the quality control program or the QCP to his office once they are issued with NTP. And this is to be reviewed and checked by the DPWH after the teacher. All construction materials that are listed with minimum test requirements that are to be used in the project should be subject to testing or to be issued with certification, whichever is specified based on Volume 2 and Department Order number 49, Series of 2021, or the department's blue book. And lastly, testing of materials is required to check its compliance standards and specification before implementation.
Okay, thank you. And the uh, other agenda is the summary proceedings, including the documental bid bulletins that are that will be issued to be announced by Ma'am LA.
Good afternoon. For the contract 24EE0079, BIP construction of the MLUC multipurpose building, phase 3, Barangay Catbangen, City of San Fernando, La Union, 24EE0088, the SIPAG construction of Seawall, Barangay Pagdaraoan, City of San Fernando, La Union, 24EE0089, SIPAG construction of Seawall, Barangay Ilocanos, Norte, City of San Fernando, La Union, and 24EE0090, SIPAG construction of Seawall, Barangay Ilocanos, City of San Fernando, La Union. There will be an issuance of bid bulletin. Please refer to the website or PhilGems for the update. Thank you.
Is there any question or any more discussion? If there are no more question and nothing to be discussed, this previous conference is now adjourned. Good afternoon.